As Brian Gill says, every soul is beautiful and precious, is worthy of dignity and respect, and deserving of peace, joy, and love. Humans deserve to love, to be loved, and valued by the people around him, and vice versa. A person, whether poor, damaged, or rich, deserves every single thing that life could possibly give. We are equal in dignity and should love one another. And now, we will proceed with the definition of human dignity cited by different authors. According to Merriam Dictionary, the quality or state of being worthy, honored, or esteemed. On the other hand, Immanuel Kant says that human dignity is the supreme value that all human possesses in virtue of their humanity, that is, in virtue of their rational nature, being beings, capable of rational thinking, autonomous choices, and moral actions. In the perception of human rights career, the concept of human dignity is the belief that all people hold a special value that's tied solely to their humanity. It has nothing to do with their class, race, gender, religion, abilities, or any other factor other than them being human. To sum it up, human dignity emphasizes that all humans are worthy of respect. People are equal, valued, and respected regardless of the status they hold in a society. We come to understand that all humans have dignity and respect we give with other people, and it shouldn't depend on the status they have, because no matter who and what a person is, he must feel safe and respected. Treating people with dignity means treating them the way you wanted them to treat you. And now, we will proceed with the human dignity as the basis of human rights. As the Universal Declaration of Human Rights claims that human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reasons and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Note, during the moment we are born, dignity and rights are already present. For an instance, because we aim to defend both the dignity and the physical and mental integrity of the individual, some acts, such as torture, is prohibited. In this sense, dignity is something we hold dear and desire to preserve from destruction. The concept of dignity is central to our self-perception. It's something that brings people of various cultures and religions together, and it's what has led to the worldwide acknowledgement that each and every individual deserves to be treated with dignity. This is accomplished through the use of human rights.
Now, we move on to the relationship of human dignity and rights. But first, we'll look back to where it all started. As mentioned earlier, it all began with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which proclaims in Article 1 that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. And according to it, our rights are inherent, meaning they cannot be taken away or given away. This is because the dignity that we harbor, which entitles us to these rights, is also inherent. That's why our rights continue all the way up to our death. So, what does dignity do for our rights? Here, we perceive dignity as something we hold that we want to protect from destruction. Let's say, for example, for other rights, such as the right to health, dignity is something that we want to help people achieve. We ensure people have basic rights too, so that they are able to lead a dignified life. Also, we think that rights like the right not to be discriminated against are vital because all human beings are free and equal in dignity and rights. Here, dignity is something that we honor by recognizing that everyone has it, It's something that we can never lose. You see, the idea of dignity is fundamental to how we regard ourselves. It's something that connects people from all kinds of cultures and beliefs, and which has ultimately led to have the universal recognition that we need to protect and realize this dignity for each and every person. And we do this through human rights. Now, let's talk about the importance of human dignity. Human dignity allows individuals and groups to feel respected, valued, and connected. And it also helps people feel a sense of worthiness and importance. So here, we see human dignity's importance as one's reflection of morality and how other people react from it. And because human dignity promotes self-respect, it also acts as something that draws other people to have a respect for you. It is likely to be compared to the golden rule, which is treat people the way you want people to treat you. So you treat them with dignity and they will treat you with respect. Next is that human dignity allows us to act independently and be responsible for our goals and desires. So, since dignity promotes self-respect and allows us to feel a sense of worthiness, it also boosts our self-confidence in a way where we have enough trust in ourselves that we are able to believe in our ideas and really work on them, as well as believing that we are on the right path and are bound to success. Additionally, dignity also keeps us grounded in a sense where we are able to admit our mistakes and really learn from them. Hence, dignity's importance here lies in the fact that it also promotes personal growth. And lastly, human dignity gives us the clarity to recognize our qualities and rights. Since we were confident enough of our dignity, we also learn to really determine our strengths and weaknesses as well as our morality as a person. It also enables us to uphold our rights and be responsible in protecting them. So, to highlight human dignity's importance, I will just leave you a quote that Pope Francis once said. He said, "Things have a price and can be for sale, but people have a dignity, and that is priceless and worth far more than things." Thank you.
Now, let's move on to how does human dignity play in society. First on the list is provide opportunities for people to grow and exercise their strengths. Human dignity is a transcending aspect of connection and interaction between individuals which is worthy of respect in one another. That is why it provides opportunities for people to grow by knowing their true colors by means of socialization, and with this, they will be able to recognize their strengths and exercise them truly and genuinely. Second is human dignity is the same for all people, regardless of their socio-economic standing. This states that all men are equal in nature, in spite of one's wealth and stand in such rate, because human dignity is for all. It is something to be addressed by everyone socially and economically. It is something that can't be gained but can be done because respect begets respect. Next on the list is protest against humiliation. It is indeed a protest to humiliation, discrimination, bullying, and such factors that deal with inequality. Because this so-called human dignity objectify an individual to respect another individual thoroughly. The fourth one is show your displeasure with great deprivation and misery. Human dignity plays an important role in society in an aspect that all individuals are good in condition. This human dignity indeed is helpful for there are justice around the society that breaks all obscure and inequality. It is also an individual and cultural appreciation for human perfection. Some individuals who value human dignity are the ones who set a high standard that is beyond perfection, for they are the ones who are culturally well-mannered. They show interest and appreciation to perfection because society is serious, so they don't settle for less, they settle for what is perfect. Last is the popular and culturally relevant applicability. Men who value respect are the ones who mostly believe in norms, beliefs, and rituals, because in this aspect they are able to lend their respect to their ancestors. So, let's discuss the facts of human dignity. Human dignity is known for being difficult to characterize. Human dignity means that each of our lives have an unreachable value simply because we are human, and therefore we are deserving of a baseline level of respect. That baseline requires more than the absence of violence, discrimination, and authoritarianism. It means giving individuals the freedom to pursue their own happiness and purpose. Human dignity is the inherent worth of each individual human being. Recognizing human dignity means respecting human beings' special value that sets us apart from other animals, value that is intrinsic and cannot be lost. To have a dignified life, one can fulfill themselves in their full potential and one has the freedom to make the right decision. Dignity should be the basic of guiding and the principle of all actions. Next is dignity is linked to respect. When you give and show respect to yourself and other people, you automatically feel it reflecting in your life. The people you are involved with start to react peacefully and in a respectful manner. You start developing a better understanding of yourself and the people around you. Showing and practicing respect for yourself and other people allows you to have better connections as well. Whether it be your professional relations or personal, a respectable behavior allows you to connect and understand other people much better. When they feel respected and understood, they respect you in return, which results in a good relationship. Then, dignity is linked to agency, wherein our dignity focuses on our values and respects, and the agency controls our capability on making decisions to finish our work or task. Generally, dignity and agency create a new form of personality that makes us fulfill or complete a task. And finally, dignity is linked to equality. Human dignity is thus not dependent on either state recognition or religious endorsement. Article 1 also clearly states the principle of equality of dignity, an idea inherent in an understanding of dignity as relating to the value or worth of each individual as a human being. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood.
Now, let's go on preserving human dignity. There's a lot of talk about preserving the dignity of people who are vulnerable, including the elderly and infirm, those who are differently abled, those who are approaching the end of life, among others. But how we can actually do that? How to preserve human dignity? First, deepen your understanding. Second, identify and satisfy needs and wants. Third, give freely from your heart. Fourth, never patronize, infantilize, or demonize. Fifth, imagine yourself in their shoes. 6. Tear down biases and barriers. And lastly, yearn to collaborate, not to control. Ways to preserve human dignity. First, learn and use optimal communication techniques. This ensures that mutual understanding is achieved. Also, learn how they prefer to be addressed. Second, respect for privacy. Never enter a person's home or room without identifying yourself and securing permission to enter and engage with them. Third, always connect. This is important to obtain before launching into any task. Fourth, do tasks with, not to or for. Engage the person during any task and do not treat them like an object. Fifth, remember, no means no. Never force care on a person who is declining. 6. Do not argue with or deny what people are feeling or expressing. Seek to understand their perspective. Next, always describe with compassion. Use words that you would want used to describe you. Do not use derogatory labels. Example, wanderer, sufferer. or terms that objectify or blame people. And lastly, be open to learning from the person. In any interaction, assume that the other person is smarter than you are. Always remember, each person has a right to live as if his or her life matters, and each person has a right to be treated as a person.